Hey. Yes, okay, so let me just go on and just begin talking. Those will come, there are those who will come later and watch the replay, so we'll just start chatting it up now. Now, as we all know, the school season is upon us, and there's a lot of stuff, a lot of decisions that parents have to make. And sadly, I'm scrolling through social media and I'm coming across some posts and I'm coming across some groups where the moms are just bashing one another for their decision on whether they're choosing to send their kids to school or whether they're choosing to have their kids stay at home and they will learn virtually. And it was very disheartening for me to see this take place on social media at such a crucial time that we're in. We're in a time where we need to be united more than ever. So I just wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to talk to some parents and see what their choices were, and just trying to help others to understand that everybody's situation is different. What I would choose for my household would work for me, and it may not work for my neighbors. Okay, and we have to understand that there's no need to. And you know what? You parents can be so mean and so cruel. Some of y'all are worse than high schoolers. When I'm looking through the feed on social media, you guys are cruel. I mean, I understand we're in a pandemic and, your emotions is everywhere, but there's no need to take it out on, number one, on a stranger, somebody that you don't know. And whether they send their child to school or not, it's not affecting you. So I'm not sure why you would be so invested in their decision. So yeah, I just wanted to have a conversation in regards to that. So any parents on here, let me know what you chose to do. Brother Sean said, I have spoken to my kids. I haven't spoken to my kids' mom yet, but yes, this is the perfect time to do so. Yes, because unfortunately, we have to make a decision based off what's best for our family. But we also have to keep in mind also, what if? What if the schools close? What is our backup plan? What will happen if the school closes? So there's a lot of decision making when it comes down to this. How you doing, Pamela? How are you? Tatiana says, I think a lot of people are still worried about the spread of the virus. Absolutely, as they should be, because the virus is still here. The virus hasn't gone anywhere. And I think it's going to be here for a minute, okay? How you doing, Lady White? Lady White says, our grandson will be virtually. He is 6. My granddaughter will attend because it's her senior year and she wants to attend. Yes, and see, I get it. And see, every household has different scenarios. And let me tell you about my household. I have 4 more that are in school. I have 4 that are out and 4 that are still in school. I have a senior. I have one that's going to 10th grade. I have one that's going to 5th grade. And I have one that's going to 1st grade. So my decision has to be made overall. My senior, Lady White said, if things change, she's going virtually. Okay, right. So you do have a backup plan, which is great. And I think that's what we all need to do and focus on, is that backup plan. Make sure we have a backup plan. I feel like we as parents should unite and have like a tribe. We should have in our phone, we should have a list of other parents that we can call on if we're running late to pick up our child. We could text them, say, hey, can you pick up little Joey? We should have our tribe. And I think that's crucial more now than ever. And I hope that we will bond together and make that happen. I'm looking forward to do it in my area where I'm at, even though I'm home, but we never know what can happen. So we really need to literally focus on those things. Because my dad used to say, prevention is always better than cure, right? Right. So my husband said we need to also work on building our immune systems. Yes, definitely. We all need to be working on building our immune systems, especially for those who are planning on sending their children into the school building. You should be working around the clock building up your children's immune system. Not just theirs, but yours as well. How do you build up your immune system? There are various things that you need to do. I've heard about sea moss. I believe I'm saying it right. I personally take black seed oil. That's my number one thing. I've been taking that for about 2 years now, and it's worked for me. I've heard of zinc. I've heard about that. I've heard about taking that. Tatiana said, that's true. That's true. Having a tribe of parents is cool. The saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. Absolutely. It takes a village to raise a child. We really don't have to be in this thing alone. We choose to at times, but we don't have to be. We are so much better and we are so much stronger together. Pamela Richard says all of the 5 alphabets. Margaret Lady White says she takes sea moss. All right. So I'm interested in getting sea moss. Elderberry as well. Yes, I just ordered some elderberry for my family because we're definitely going to work on building our immune system. Now, the choice that I made for my family is to keep my children home. And there's a number of reasons behind that. I have an immune compromised child in the household. So what everybody does would, hi, JoJo. Hi, Janicia. How are you? Yes, Lady White, I'm going to call you. I'm going to need some sea moss for my family. Yes, definitely. Yes, so I have an immune compromised child in my household. So I have to be very careful of the choices that I make. Even though that I may be healthy, even though my older children may be healthy, but we know every year during the school season, your kids come home with some kind of runny nose, some kind of itchy eye. I had a daughter who came home with lice one year, okay? And lice is hard to get rid of, all right? So they come home with all kinds of nasty germs. So I had to make the conscious decision on what was best for my household. And so we're choosing to keep our children home. And that's the choice that we make. Will I knock somebody else down for sending their kids to school? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because we all have to make the best decision for our household. There are so many factors that goes into our decision making. One is the single parenting. They're doing this alone. How you doing? God bless you, Janicia. They're doing this alone. Tatiana said that makes sense. It's important to be careful around those who have compromised immune system. Absolutely right. Because we have people who are asymptomatic. They don't even know they are carrying the virus. And they feel fine. They're not feeling funny. They're feeling fine. And they're walking around. And they are unknowingly spreading the virus. So we all have to make the best decision for ourselves. And this I'm speaking from experience because many don't know. We was touched with this virus, okay? Our household was touched with this virus, and it is no joke, okay? And I was asymptomatic. I passed it on to the rest of my family, okay? And how I caught it was I was on set filming for a particular TV show. I'm not going to name the show because I don't want nobody saying that I do something out there. But I caught him filming on a show. And how I found out was crazy because the week after the show had already filmed, I had started feeling funny. And I couldn't pinpoint what it was. I just started feeling funny. I don't know how to explain it. And then a couple of days, my head started pounding. I had this headache that I just could not get rid of. Nothing that I would do would get rid of it. And so one day I'm sitting in the bed. And mind you, I didn't even tell my husband I was feeling funny. I'm sitting in the bed with my husband and I'm scrolling down Facebook. And this Facebook Live come on. And it was one of the actors that I was on set with. And he is saying that he had just tested positive for the coronavirus. Do you know my heart dropped, okay? My heart dropped because he's now going down a list of symptoms that he have. And every symptom that he is naming, I had. Okay? I had every symptom. Now, mind you, I did not develop a cough. I did not have a fever. None of those two, which is very common for the virus. I didn't have neither one of those. So all this time I was around my family, and my daughter, who's immune compromised, was sitting and laying around me for days, hours, sitting right there in my face. So what happened is that my symptoms increased. I started to develop this heaviness in my chest. It felt like a Mack truck was sitting on my chest, okay? It felt like a Mack truck was sitting on my chest. One day I tried to get up and go to the bathroom and my legs buckled, okay? I buckled. I had to get back in the bed. My legs buckled on me. And from my kneecap down to my foot was excruciating pain, okay? So this virus is no joke, all right? And as I'm trying to recover, I hear a scream downstairs. And it's my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter, Tatiana. She's on here. She's screaming, she's faintly screaming because she's about to pass out in the kitchen, okay? Somehow she made it to our front door where there's a couch. And she was able to make it there, and she sat there. So by the time I got down the stairs, she was on the couch, very faint. She's like, I feel like I'm about to pass out. I'm feeling that the room is spinning. She's telling me the room is spinning. And as I'm standing there talking to her, my other daughter, who's upstairs in the upstairs bathroom, is crying out to me. Faint cry, another faint cry. She's like, Mommy. And so here I am. Mind you, I'm still trying to recover. I'm running up the stairs, running to the bathroom to go check on her. And she's holding on to the bathroom stand because she's about to fall. And I caught her just in time before she fell. And had she fell, she would have hit her head on the sink. And that could have led to only what God knows. Only what God knows. God knows what would have had happened out of that. So we thank God that it wasn't worse. None of us ended up in the hospital. None of us ended up on a ventilator. We was all able to recover. We're all still here in the land of the living. We praise and thank God for that. So with that being said, I'm taking the precautions to cover my family and make sure we are our immune system is built back up. Because we don't know how this virus is. We don't know if we can catch it again. We don't know if it would affect us even worse. Because we hear that the virus leave a lasting effect afterwards, after your recovery. But we thank God for that. So, and that was all from us not knowing. I had no clue. We sheltered in place. That was from a job that I had did that before the government had shut down the city. But we thank God. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for watching over all of it. Yes, absolutely. This virus is no joke. I actually call it a demon because it just holds on to you and just don't want to let go. But we thank God for his healing power. And I just I just wanted to just say, let's just stop bashing one another for the decisions that they make for their household. Because like I said earlier, every household is different. Their reasoning is different. We have people who are single parents. We have two parents in the household where both of them are working a 9 to 5. If they don't work, the kids don't eat. Bills don't get paid. So please, let's stop bashing one another and find a way how we can help one another. If you are a stay-at-home mom, maybe you can take some of your hours and help another single mom and watch her kids and help them learn virtually. Let's do that. Pamela said, yes, I have a friend who is a survivor and he's advocating, encouraging all. That's amazing. And that's what we should do. I didn't talk about it at the time because there were so many people around us that we were losing. Like people had lost loved ones. They lost husbands. They lost sisters. They lost brothers. I didn't feel right sharing my testimony while they were going through. But we thank God. We thank God for covering us under his precious blood because it could have been worse. But we thank God. So let's go and let's build our tribe. If anybody needs any help, you need I want to build a tribe of parents that want to support one another. Whether it's in your local town, whether it's via online, whether it's just a support, just an encouragement. Because sometimes we as parents, we go through a lot, and our children can be a handful at times, especially with this pandemic. And, we've been spending a lot of time with them. And sorry, parents, some of this is your own doing. You didn't discipline your kids when you should have. So now you got to deal with your bad baby kids. Now you wish you would have disciplined them. But yes, so no. But seriously, let's build one another up. Let's stop tearing down one another. Whether you homeschool, whether it's virtual learning, whether it's sending your kids to to the school building, that is your choice. And I'm believing that you are making the best choice for you and yours. Okay? So I'm praying for everyone. I'm praying that all goes well for everyone. And just in case that your plan A don't work, let's come up with a plan B. All right, guys? I love you all. And I hope to see you guys again. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.